Hi, my name is Mark, and whether you're a part-time, full-time mechanic, or even a guy that works out of his garage on the weekend servicing his own vehicle, I'm going to show you some simple ways to service and repair your vehicle with our how-to videos. Let's get started. Our service vehicle is a 2002 Toyota Prius with a 1.5-liter engine in it. I'm going to show you how to resurface and make these headlights clear. As you can see, they're pretty dull, which could affect driving at night, your visibility. So let's get started. The tools and materials that we're going to need today for our repair: safety glasses and gloves, headlight restoration kit and protectant sealant, some masking tape, microfiber rags, a high-speed drill, and a bottle with water. So let's start off by masking the outside edges of our paint. We don't want to damage the paint. We're going to be using some sandpapers. We certainly don't want to make a bigger mess than we already have going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 500 sandpaper on our drill motor. What we want to do is we want to start sanding on the edges. When we sand on the edges, these other surfaces will naturally get done. Then we'll go do the filled here. So let's prepare for sanding. When using the applicator, be careful not to drag the edges of it on the paint. That can really make a nice paint job really bad real quick. So let's go ahead. We're going to start at the top here. As we do this, you can see that the color's coming up clear. Corners like this, where the tool doesn't really get in there, would damage paint. When we're done, we can actually take this sheet of paper off and catch those tight edges. Don't try to get in there real tight. We can handle that a little bit later. So let's continue. So what we're looking for is a nice finish with no yellow spots in there. This looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and take this pad off. We're going to fold it in half and catch those little corners there. You can actually go around the outside edges with it if you're careful not to hit the paint. And if there's some spots that you may want to clean up, you can do it by hand. Now we're ready for the 800. During this process and the previous process, you may have to go over this 4, 5, or more times. So let's go over it with the 800. Here again, we're looking for a nice smooth surface. You don't have to press very hard. You want the sandpaper to do the work. You don't want to use the edges too many times, because that could leave little gouges in there also. Let's continue. We're looking pretty good right there. For video purposes, we're only showing you the one headlight. You would want to use the 500 on both, then go back, use the 800 on both. And now we're getting ready to use the water. Again, we're going to take this off. Catch these corners. You can go over it. Now we can apply our 3000 grit paper, but we're going to add another process. We're going to add water to the process. We're going to need a nice rag. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. Apply our water. Want to smooth it out. Get some of that residue off of there. Dry it up. So now we can take our 3000. I like to spray a little bit on here so it doesn't go dry, and on the light. Again, we're going to start on our outside edges, and you'll actually see as we're doing this, it comes clearer and clearer and clearer. We want to make sure that we keep this wet. We don't want any dry spots that could tear up the pad. That can also take and tear up the headlight also. Now we're pretty uniform. Now we need to apply our buffing pad. We're going to apply our buffing pad. Got to be real careful with this one. What happens is if you just want to get on it, it's going to splatter everywhere and make a big mess. So we just want to put a little bit on there. That's the compound. You want to actually mix it around. You don't need a lot. It's a little bit, goes a long way. Start off slow. Again, we want to do the outside edges. As we go, we can get a little faster, a little faster, a little faster. That's going to bring the luster up. Now we can apply our protectant sealant. So what we want to do is we want to apply it to the rag. We're going to go in a circular motion. Catch the outside edges. These lights are screaming, "I'm bright now." And this car looks great.